cafe anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Wow. I tell you what, there's something about Zoom that if you're a podcaster, just messes up your entire life.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I can't explain it. It does something to the microphone in your settings, and then you got to go and you got to do things, and you got to rethread everything, and then you eventually get it back to normal. Here's what I found. You got to go back. This is just for all you people that are nerds like me in the world of audio recording, and that is you got to go back to the old control.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Old control panel. And that kind of fixes things. Makes it a little bit better. So,
Mike's
I hope that helped
Daily
with all your problems
Podcast
in this world.
Yeah!
And made it better for everything. Is Mike's Daily Podcast is what this show is at MikesDailyPodcast.com, the last place on earth. I was this past weekend enjoying a TV show by the name of what was it called? Oh, Dead to Me. Dead to Me was what I was watching. And it made me realize that here's the situation. You have two wonderful actresses. You've got the Christina Applegate and is it Linda Lily Leanne something Cardellini? And they always get casted doing the exact same roles in all the TV shows that they do. And finally, someone comes along, namely Will Ferrell and Adam McKay, who did the Anchorman movie and Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby, Step Brothers, and did serious movies like The Big Short and Vice. And he says, you know what, let's make some... Oh, and also I think they had a hand... No, they didn't do that. That was Judd Apatow. They're very similar to me. They do similar type movies, so...
And here's today's podcast picture.
They said, hey, let us get these two amazing actresses a good type show. Let's work with them and get this great script. And it's about a woman who's grieving because somebody hit her husband in a hit-and-run accident. And then she gets befriended by this... similar, they end up being great friends, this other woman, and then she doesn't find, I don't know when she finds out, I haven't gotten that far, but at some point she finds out that this woman killed her husband in the hit and run accident. So when will they find out? We don't know. Basil. There's still people out there that I see all the time that don't know the sad news about Basil. I'm sorry, Basil, I'm not getting the information. People aren't listening to the podcast like they thought they would, and that they're not getting that information, Basil. So still people finding out about Basil no longer with us. But it's, they'll find out at some point. He's with us, though. In every podcast, he barks and he says hello to us. And somebody asked me, are you going to get a dog? And I said, no. You know what? I'm going to walk other people's dogs. If they need my help walking their dog, I will do it. Because I remember in my days when I had Basil and he needed to be walked every day, and I some days did not want to do it, and I wish someone else would do it for me. Well, no one did it for me. Not even when I was in... On my trips, I'd go on a trip to see my mom or something, and I couldn't get anyone to walk him for me, so I would have to, couldn't be gone too long because otherwise he wasn't getting walked. So I guess you could pay somebody. There's that. Exchange goods and services. Have someone walk the dog for you, but no. The picture today is a camel. A camel smiling. And I took this picture 9 years ago when I was at the Oakland Zoo. Is the Oakland Zoo even open? I'm not sure. I should do a Google search of that as I'm doing this podcast. And find out I was complimented by my wonderful impression of Mitch McConnell on the last show. And it was pointed out to me that Mitch McConnell, due to air quality concerns and potential weather conditions, Oakland Zoo is closed. That's what it's saying here. It's open today. Well, what the heck? I went to their website and it said it's open today. Okay. And they're going to have Boo at the zoo October 24th through the 31st, whatever that is. And then they say hashtag no to plastic. Adopt and save sea turtles in the wild. Okay, enough of this. Thank you, Oakland Zoo. And I don't know if they still do the free zoo days. And then sometimes if you have that library card thing, you can get in there and if you have a library card, they have free days at the zoo that you can get. So my Mitch McConnell is kind of like Jimmy Stewart, but you just got to imagine your teeth falling out. That's how you do a Mitch McConnell impression. Sorry, all you Mitch McConnell fans. So it's so fun to hear the hypocrisy on conservative talk radio. I actually work for a conservative talk radio station, but the hypocrisy bugs me when I hear things like, well, when Obama tried to get Merrick Garland into the Supreme Court after Justice Scalia died, he couldn't because the Supreme Court was run by Republicans and he was a Democrat president, so it didn't work. But now, because you have a Republican president and you have a Republican Supreme Court, it's okay. We can go ahead and do it. It's just, too bad for you, Obama. Thanks for explaining it to me. It's just whoever. And then you get these conservative talk show hosts that go, oh my gosh, why are they politicizing this? Because go back in time not too long ago when you wouldn't let someone else do the same thing. It's not right, is it? Politicizing things. And then people get all upset when the other side is upset. And then everybody's upset. And why are we all upset? I don't know. Hey, I also heard something today. There's this guy. He's launching a new national show, a new national talk show. He's going to be heard across the country, carried by a very large company. And they are already doing these interesting publicizing of this person. And I was listening to, they did like a little video and showed how great this person's going to be and how this person is going to be the next big thing. And I thought to myself, how would they publicize me if I was going to be the next big thing? Mike's Daily Podcast, it talks about stuff. That's how the slogan would go. Mike's Daily Podcast, it talks. Mike Talks. Actually, that's where I am on Twitter, at Mike Talks. And on Facebook, that's the same thing. At Mike Talks. So that's how they would publicize. How would they publicize you? How would they make a little video about you? You, let's say your name is Tom. Tom's show is really great. Tom talks about how he got up today. And that was tough because getting up is difficult on Mondays. Tom, listen to Tom. So, anyway, Cafe Anyway. That's all I had today. It's a short show. Because you know what? I'm taking the day off tomorrow, and my lovely lady friend is making a soup. And I wish she actually was on today's podcast because she had an ordeal that had to do with the dentist. And, one of those things where you can't eat normal foods for a while. And, But at the same time, it's amazing because you end up trying to eat as healthy as possible because you're just not eating the way you used to, and you can't just grab the easy foods anymore. You got to think about it and work for it. And I think that helps you lose weight. I think that helps you stay healthier when you got to work to make it a good healthy choice happen. Hey, look who's outside a Cafe Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth. Hello, Michael Matthews, Madame Rootabega, and I made a soup today. Ooh, Oh, that's good. I'd like to try some of your soup. Can I try it?
Yes.
Will it make my hair grow?
Yes.
Will it make me smart?
No.
Oh. Will it keep Mitch McConnell's teeth in? Don't answer that. Look who else is here.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, did you watch the Emmys last night? That TV show that has Creek in the title got a bunch of awards.
Yeah, awards. Do you know that?
Yes, let's just say, I'm not going to say the word, but you all know it kind of rhymes with Mitz Meek. And Mitz Meek won all these awards. And apparently, some people on the radio like to say the word that it really is and think that they're all cool and edgy. You're not. That's just the name of the show. And Mike did everything he could not to say the word, even though it's in the title. Ha 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 ha. Mitz Meek. I'll make Mitz Meek out of you. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer. Thanks for listening. See the podcast picture at MikesDailyPodcast.com. And you can tell me what you think about any of the topics we covered today. 336MM Daily. 3 plus 3 equals 6. MM and Mike Matthews, that's my name. And daily isn't what this podcast has tried to be, although occasionally we take a day off. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow as well. We'll see. Tune in next time to find out.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!